I was saying to one of the young boys today that when it comes to consent, there's a very fine line between being cheeky and creepy. If she finds you attractive, it's cheeky. If she doesn't, it's creepy. We moan about that, but women should be given the allowance to do that. In the same way, you might go and dance behind a woman, she likes it. I might come behind her and she gives me the look like, what you doing? We've both done the same thing, but because she doesn't mind you doing it, she doesn't mind me doing it. In the same way, I might get shot down for this, but if you can't read the room in a situation, and clearly we're doing it wrong as men, maybe you need to sit down and have a conversation with yourself in the mirror.
I think
you're a deviant.
I think that's the key. Understanding that I am not you, and you are not him, and he is not him. And I think that's what a lot of. And
this goes back to, remember the episode when Mama was saying it, I've never got women, I don't know. It's kind of goes back to that, bro. Imagine he's doing all the right things in his mind.
Yeah, but it goes back to other things.
Imagine he's doing all the things in his mind that he thinks is right. Manners. She's got manners back. He's seen his bedroom do it this way. He's following his bedroom like.
Let me just add something. Like, for example, I remember I went to I had a date, Sion actually.
So
I had a date at Sion, and when I got there, like man them was sitting next to me, literally 5 of them. I was like, this is not what I need, innit? Cool. Anyway, I knew 3 of the 5, but like how I was moving, like she got up to go to the bathroom and I got up as well, and one of them was laughing and one of them was like, no, proper rate that still. And it's like the thing is like the social, I've forgotten, come back to me, sorry. I forgot.
Wait. You see what you're saying? Yeah. Certain man, when they start hanging, let's say like, alright, if I went out with Gabriel, Marvin, Gracious, Taser, we got like our regular batch, then there might be someone who's not in our regular batch that might know one of the man them, then tags along. Then next minute that person's around us man all the time. Certain man think because they're around you, you're the same as them now. You get what I'm saying? They start to think that the effect you might have on the women around you, because I'm with them man now, you know what I mean? Not realizing that everyone in that group is different in their own and in their own way.
And you've got your own source. Like it's not like there's been scenarios. I'll speak on Kid because I have a specific situation in mind. There's been girls that I know that have tried to chat to Kid and Kid will be like, yeah, I don't care, whatever. And they're Kid will say, leave me alone, and they're like, oh my gosh, he said leave me alone. And then there will be other guys that will be throwing
the world
whatever at the girl and they're like, oh, he's wet, like why is he even talking to me? Do you get me? But they're hanging on to Kid telling them leave me alone. And it's like, you have to understand that, going back to what was said earlier, you are not this person. You have to understand.
Yeah, but how do they differentiate themselves from that person, bro? Because like you said before, people hang around with this person and think like that person. When do they realize, bro, I'm not chilling, I'm not rich?
They should have learned that from young. I'll give an example. When man was younger, I think I was in year 8. There was one girl that was my cousin's friend, and I remember like man was on her, chasing her, blah blah blah. These times she liked my cousin who's a year older than me, so she liked Igwe, and man was literally, I was trying everything to get this girl. Pardon me. I was like, alright, cool. Fast forward when I was 18, it kind of switched. But these times I'd found myself, I was like, gone past that. But at that age, I learned that, not everyone's gonna like me. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, my cousin at that age, most of the girls I liked him. And I just had to learn from them that, like, I'm not always gonna be winning. So it's a thing that I could chat to someone, she's not feeling, man, and I'll be mad polite. I'll be like, alright, cool, nice meeting, boom, boom, and I keep it stepping.
I hear what you're saying.
Then fast forward, funny enough, better times that's happened. Fast forward here, the same people have tried to circle back because when they see me out and about, I'm still mad polite. But this time, I'm not on the tip of I'm trying to move to them. I'm like, I might see them in a group of friends. I'll be like, oh yeah, you know, alright. They'll be like, yeah, boom, boom. I might know one of their friends. I'll be like, alright, cool.
The moral of the story is get money.
I'll be like, alright, you lot could join my table, boom, have drinks, and then I'll move off, and I'm just then circle back. The same person's like, rah, you're actually
standoffish.
They'll be like, rah, you're actually proper like nice to us, and then the person tries to move to me, and I'm like, rah, you know, I'm your brethren now. I'm just
so your friends on it,
but this is different. I think it comes. It's a moment of self-realization, but I don't feel like there's any precedent that says it should happen at this time. Do you get?
Yeah, that's what
I'm saying. I don't feel like there is, because at some point, like there will always be some point in life, almost consistently, where it may happen for somebody else, but it won't happen for you, or vice versa.
Bro, some people. What you got to realize, some people are entitled. They think that everything should come their way. There's even guys here. I don't even want to mention. Like, there's an artist that he keeps on getting mentioned all the time. He's from over the pond, but because he's a very good looking guy, and everyone thinks that he's the Galdem Sugar. But he always gets mentioned all the time now that like my man is rude, and if he don't get the girl he wants, he you know what I mean, he moves wild, and girls have said he's done a madness to bare different women. But you might be the next one that might end up on the.
Do you know what as well? What I think here, I think my advice would be this: understand, like, as early as possible. Try and explore yourself and understand, like, do a SWOT analysis in it: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. In your team, like,
everyone's different.
Know who is your Captain America and who's your Hulk, and who's your Thor. Because there's certain like obviously, like bowling, for example, over the years, like there's certain like conversations that if I like, you can get a through ball by association, but don't overwork it yourself, just from knowing your strengths. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, for example, you might see someone and you might be like, oh yeah, do you know what, like, she's alright or whatever, but because you're not approaching it correctly, it's never going to work for you, it's never going to happen. Right, exactly. But because you might have like somebody in your team who's mad funny, and he can do all the work, because she might not be interested in him, but just the connection can come through that person, and then next thing you know, you've landed at your goal. But it's about understanding your strengths and weaknesses. And
just
I feel like a lot of people don't.
I can't say the young generation, because it could be elderly people as well. I can't say elderly, like 80s, whatever, but just be yourself, man, because bro, there's been times where, like, for example,
people don't know who they.
Obviously, I'm sure, innit, and people are like, oh, you can't get this, you can't get that, bro. I've had a lot of talk to you.
Let me hold on. I'm gonna add on
big thing, skinny, back. I'm just saying.
I will chime in there.
I know myself, bro.
I will chime in there, because like, you see, I got a next brethren and kid, like, jokes aside, they're two of the shortest men I know.
The short men are the most.
Jokes aside, but you see these two men, they can get girls more than like anyone I know. Like, it's mad. So I just be myself, but I don't try to do anything else. Well, back then when I was
can't just decide to be taller.
You know what it is?
Yeah, you can. Have you seen that thing that man in Wait.
You're gonna let him get away with that?
It's a fact.
They're gonna break your shit holes.
I went from 5'4" to 5'8", bro.
That was a quick grenade, bro.